How's everybody doing? We're going to be looking at some 6-string arpeggios, sweep picking style, and we'll touch on the little scale run that I did as well in between those. Basically what I'm showing you is a major arpeggio and a minor arpeggio across all 6 strings. And the fingering that I use for those to make them sound nice and to make each note sound separated from another. What I mean by that is a lot of times when we try to do these arpeggios is we'll sometimes like bar notes, and there are times where you don't have a choice to do that. An example will be this major arpeggio that we'll start off with here. But for the most part, you're going to try to use a different finger on your left hand for each string as you go across the fretboard. So let's get right into it. I'm doing a G major arpeggio. So imagine your bar chord G at the 3rd fret. Now what I'm going to do here is my first finger there and then hammer on with pinky to the 9th fret. So you got, then these 2 fingers, 2nd is going to go on 5th string 5th fret, and 3rd is going to go on 5th fret on the 4th string. So these 2 guys are going to line up that way. So you're going to have, as opposed to you maybe wanting to bar that. The whole point of this, again, you separate the notes better. You have more control. Okay, so then you got 3rd string on the 4th fret with the 2nd finger. So you came from 2nd finger being on the 5th string. Now he's going to come off and go over to 3rd string on the 4th fret. And then after that, this is the part where you pretty much have no choice but to bar. You're going to use your 1st finger, and he's going to lay across the 2nd and 1st string on the 3rd fret. And then you're going to come off all those notes you just played, and then pinky's going to do a hammer-on pull-off on the 9th fret. So the whole thing, and then you're going to go back down in that order as well. Whoops. There you go. So that's the arpeggio for a major chord. And you can shift that if we're basing this off of bar chords, same shape, slide it to the desired chord and just play that arpeggio. I'll have the tabs at the end of the video so you can see what it looks like on paper. Now the scale run that I do is a G major scale. 3 notes per string. And then as I come down, I do this descending thirds run where I go. Now what that looks like coming down is going to be 4th finger on the 7th fret, and you're going to lift off to the 1st finger on the 4th fret. This is all on the 3rd string. And then 5th fret on 3rd to 7th fret on 4th, and then 4th fret on 3rd to 5th fret on 4th, and then 7th fret on 4th to 4th fret on 4th, and then 5th fret on 4th to 7th fret. And you kind of just are doing this descending third pattern. Your picking hand is going to end up doing an alternate picking as you do this, so you're going to be going down, up, on the next string, down, up on the string right behind it. And that would be the best way to pick this. So you're going to give yourself a nice alternate picking pattern when you do this. Now let's move on to the minor arpeggio. So this is on the 5th fret. This is built off of an A minor chord. Again, kind of based off the E-shaped bar chord. This is how we're figuring this arpeggio. So you're going to start on the 5th fret right there. Pinky's going to hammer on to the 8th fret. And just like the last one, these two middle fingers are going to do the same thing, where they're going to be on the 7th fret on the 5th string, and then third finger is going to go on the 4th string on the 7th fret. Now there's going to be a little bit of a stretch after this. First finger's got to get to the 5th fret on the 3rd string there. So you've got... Then this is where you're going to do some gymnastics with the 2nd and 1st finger. 2nd finger is going to go on the 2nd string, 5th fret. And then from where your 1st finger was on the 3rd string, on the 5th fret there, he's going to then come around to the 1st string on the 5th fret. And now you're here and you do a hammer-on pull-off on the 8th fret. And you're going to go down, so that would be 2nd finger on 2nd string on the 5th fret. 1st finger comes around, 3rd string, 5th fret. Then 3rd finger on the 4th string, 7. 5th string, 7 with 2nd finger, and then pinky. And there you go. So you're going to have that whole arpeggio. So there's that arpeggio, and then the scale run is just a basic minor scale. So again, it's a 3-note per string scale. And I'm economy picking this. Now when you get here, this is going to be pinky on the 9th fret, coming off to 5th string on the, or sorry, 5th fret on the 3rd string, and then it's going to be 7th fret with the 2nd finger. Pinky's going to come over to 4th string, 9. So you just keep repeating this pattern. This again turns into an alternate picking. So again, I'll have the tabs at the end of the video so you guys can go over it and go back and forth and watch. But that's pretty much the exercise. It introduces you, one, to the 6-string arpeggios, separating each string. You're not doing any bars with your fingers as you go across, and which ultimately could lead to notes bleeding into each other, which is what we're not trying to do when we do arpeggios. And then the scale run, just like most exercises I make with these videos, I try to have something melodic and things that combine techniques. So you're going to have, the sweep, and then up and down, and then the scale run, economy picking up, and then the alternate picking down in the sequence of thirds. And just doing all this and getting it locked in really gets the left and right hand locked in and synced with each other. And it's helped me just be able to switch from techniques, because one of the things you do is you'll be sitting here practicing one technique and you'll be like, okay, I got this. and then you go to do something else and it's like you flop, and it's because you haven't tried to combine the two now. And you kind of have to go in and find those little things that you need to adjust with your picking hand, or even with your left hand with the fingering, to then accommodate your next move. So I'm going to have the tabs now at the end of the video. You can check it out. Add this to your practice regimen. Hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, practice on.